Welcome to the social media playlist by James Linker. If you are of a sensitive disposition, turn off now. If not, welcome, come inside, make yourself comfortable, just don't touch anything. It's not just 31 million 16-year-olds who idolize Dan Bilzerian. I am also a massive fan of Instagram influencer Dan Bilzerian.
I'm here with Dan Bilzerian. Did I pronounce your name right?
No, mate, it's pronounced Devon.
Let's talk about the women.
Or what I would call his employees.
That all started.
Because I'm going on an Ignite trip with Dan Bilzerian to Miami. This was last minute. It's going to be absolutely insane. I don't know what to expect. It's my first trip with Dan Bilzerian.
Anyone got any idea who Vitaly's going on a trip with?
Dan Bilzerian.
When your speaking becomes a literal keyword algorithm.
Mine's sunny side up.
Mine's going to be a surprise.
Each to their own.
Now, through the transitive property of influencers, we learned that Dan sucks.
Oh, man, that's fantastic.
Dan is an influencer. Influencers suck. Dan sucks.
To be fair, that is solid science. Has there ever been a more awkward interview than that? The combination of this man's puppy dog eyes and Dan wearing his short shorts. But no, very seriously, let's hear Dan Bilzerian's philosophy on his ever-changing group of women who escort him on his travels around the world.
And it's funny because the jealousy was actually like more of a driving force than anything else. If girls see other hot girls that are interested in you, it's, you know, I think the most powerful like driving factor, like more so than the money and the fame and all the others. Well, maybe not more than fame.
Or the money that you are either directly or indirectly providing to this target clientele, who I couldn't show in this video because my pixelated square has had enough. And what makes this even more funny is this man's face whilst interviewing him, the intrigue in his expression as though he's interviewing Elon Musk, not Dan Bilzerian. How to describe this man's content in one sentence? If Henry VIII had Instagram, divorce, died, divorce, survived. It's not beyond the realm of possibility, is it? Didn't think you were going to get a history lesson in this video, did you? An all-inclusive experience. I dislike the word content about as much as I dislike the word influencer. I blame Bilzerian for all of it. That is an expensive Uber. How many spotters does that man need for his dumbbell row? I just did a video about the Mountain's daily dietary intake. Watch it. You don't have to, but watch it. A quick bit of revision from this video. Hyphy Mud is still terrible. Dan Bilzerian, Instagram player and just general rich guy, has now started to move into giving fitness-related content. I don't think it has legs. And so a quick intro for you nerds who may or may not know who Dan Bilzerian is. He's the main exotic player lifestyle type guy on the Instagram. All the other ones followed him, like Sweat Machine Dancing Man. Look at that player and Dan Bilzerian. And so Bilzerian is a rich guy, maybe from poker. Maybe he inherited his money from a trust fund involving some shady dealings. I don't know. I lost interest. But I do know that he's famous for babes, beaches, and bazookas. All the good stuff. And so considering my deep love that I hold for Instagram influencers, this video had to be made. It's like the cherry on top of the playlist, if you like. He is known as the king of Instagram. And to be fair, I labeled this man the king of Instagram. But I am willing to change that to the interim belt. If it's good enough for the UFC to do 1,000 interim belts, then it's good enough for me. He lost a lot of money on the old Cowboy Conor fight. Both great martial artists. Yeah, let's play this clip. Holy shoulders, that was impressive. Greatest sport in the world. In his free time, he likes to throw people off roofs, Photoshop pictures with celebrities to promote his brand, with a side order of kicking people in the face and impersonating police officers. For all the above mentioned, I refer to Philion's video. At this point, I'm literally posting Philion's content more than Philion is. So I was going to call this video Dan Bilzerian's epic lifestyle or something like that, but it was seemingly taken by every generic trash article writer and social media co-conspirator, aka the social media muppet, trying to grab onto some of that Bilzerian rub. That's what she said. Is that where humanity is right now? Are we at the stage when we're down to the words epic, tag, and share? Here's an idea. Instead of a huddle of ladies not eating pizza, how very dare you, and the hilarious jokes which are clearly being told, this lady gets it. Can we get those people some crossword puzzles and dictionaries, please? Just take a little seat right here, get rid of that, have one of these, and I'll even throw in one of these.
Joke of the week.
From the 10,000 calorie video.
Watch it.
And private jets whisk him across the world. On these private vessels, do they have the guy behind you kicking your seat the whole way, the person next to you who uses the light for the whole journey on an overnight flight, and the guy in front of you passing wind? If not, I'm out. And he does have money, that is correctly portrayed, and that's not a myth. For example, if you look at the watches he wears, he's wearing these high-end plastic Richard Mille watches which are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and increasing madly as people are desperately trying to get them on their wrists, as they have become very popular popular due to influencers wearing them on the inadequate gram. Have they not heard of G-Shock? You can run these things over with a tank and they'll still tell you the time. However, just in case some of you are unaware of, if you do have wealth, how to project it on social media, don't worry, I'm going to give you the rundown. Basically, it's as simple as this. You need to post endless pictures with stacks and stacks of cash next to you all the time, in all scenarios and all situations, including chess and with a cat. And there was a cash cow, cash cat joke in there somewhere. I just couldn't quite work it, but that's not all. One factor of being a social media player is association, is networking, is to be in the right pictures, shake the right hands or the left hands. And so this part of the video is called Dan Bilzerian's Famous Friends, who for sure I definitely know of.
Introducing
Martin Bradley, Steve Nash, Justin Timberlake. How am I doing? I definitely got that right. Let's keep going. Floyd Mayweather, Pamela Anderson, Hannah Montana. Don't know. Phone a friend? Brad Castleberry. I know that one. And if you don't know who Bang Energy athlete Brad Castleberry is, again, I'm going to steal from Philion and use this clip.
I urge you not to blink because you might miss it.
And so that bit was not about his famous friends per se. It was about the association and the image projection on the inadequate gram and the projection on social media for its various purposes. Dan Blitz Bilzerian, the 35-year-old son of an exiled 80s corporate raider and a kind of Bruce Wayne meets Hugh Hefner meets Devon for the social media age. A 5'9.5" tall,
barrel-chested
former US Navy SEAL trainee and self-described venture capitalist who splits his time between Los Angeles and Vegas, is one of the biggest stars on the internet and a man through whom millions now vicariously live out their fantasies in real time during lunch break before their maths class with Mr. Wilson. Because his audience are kids. Just to be clear, that was a good joke. And look, I don't really care about the guy. It's social media nonsense. He's most likely very different off camera. And there may be some deeper psychological issues as to why he's living this lifestyle in the first place. And then also why he's choosing to publicly project it so people can see it. That is the serious hard truth of a psychological discussion involving social media projection and the anxiety that people who consume social media can receive when they see these so-called idyllic lifestyles projected and they feel somehow a failure or inferior. That was heavy. And so here is the other side of the Dan Bilzerian coin, courtesy of Joe Rogan.
Well, he's super honest. Right. You know, that's one of the reasons. And he's bulletproof in that regard. Like you can't say, hey, look at you, you're just a playboy. He'd be like, yep. Yeah, I like girls.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, what else? You
Right.
know, I'm nice. Like, he's a nice guy. Talk to Dan Bilzerian, he's friendly. He's not a bad guy.
And look, there will be people who watch this who like what Dan is doing. There will be people who think it's utter nonsense. There's most likely going to be a mixture of opinions. We all have different opinions. But, and the key point is, I find it funny. The only man on planet Earth who can actually outdrink Dan Bilzerian. Great actor, take a knee. But just to put this in perspective for you, Brendan Schaub doing a stand-up comedy show with an audience Brandons, Vinces and Devons would be more appealing to me than following this guy's IG. And so here comes the serious part. The need to portray a lifestyle like this. And of course, a lot of these posts are business relationships in some form, on some level. Even with the ladies, there is an element of business interaction going on there, whether it's direct or indirect, from being in these pictures, growing their followings, growing their visibility, being paid to be in places, being paid to go on holiday, partake in the activities. And in reality, in many cases, people's lives are not what they project on social media. People tend to project an emphasized, over positive, incredible lifestyle on social media. And I'm not specifically just talking about Dan Bilzerian here. I'm talking about wider posting on social media. And this can be an illusion if you like. But in Bilzerian's case, he is actually doing these things. He does have the money. He is partaking on these journeys. But maybe if you do want to think about this on a deeper level, maybe it's not as happy and free as you may seem if you think about the relationships and the interactions that are going on and how they may actually not be sincere relationships. His never chase woman mantra. Come on, sir, the yachts, the private jets, the holidays and everything involved, the extravagance, the particular dames that you are targeting, you may not be chasing.
I don't know. I just take pictures and the women are there, so...
And I just sit here in a microphone and some foam and some lights and all that turns up.
It's all up to interpretation.
It ain't just what it is planned marketing, it is calculated marketing. He's chosen to market in this way and he owns it and he takes responsibility for it. But let's be clear, this is all marketing in some fashion, whether it's directly for his products, whether it's indirectly for his image, which links to his businesses and his social media popularity. It's all calculated, and I made the employees joke before, but it does have some validity to it. And I want to finish with the supplements. Now, one thing you're going to notice with Dan Bilzerian's profile is that he has a business and he sells these oils. Now, I'm not overly informed on these oils, and so I want to actually put this out to you. I want your thoughts, your input, so that there can be a debate, a discussion below. Do these oils indeed give the benefits that these people project, or are they, in your opinion, some form of snake oil? But one thing that is very noticeable is that the oils that he sells are very popular now on social media, not just being sold by him, but also other people with large followings, and it's most certainly a huge growing business now. And when you look at his page, his marketing with all the ladies and the beaches and all that generally comes back to the selling of this product and this business that he is promoting. I'm James Linker. This was the Shredded Sports Science. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.
Damn, Daniel.